the Zalman T8 in black, the Midi Tower computer case. Now, I bought this computer case because it was cheap. Cheap as chips, you could say. It cost €29.43, including postage. So I was quite happy at that, considering it was going to be used in my workshop. Now, I don't need no bells and whistles for in there, no. I don't need nothing fancy, no. So I bought it, and it arrived today, so I thought I'd share it with you. Now, I've already made this video once, and like an idiot, I forgot to plug the microphone in. I didn't notice the light wasn't on. Well, second time lucky, hey? Well, this case, so far, so good. I haven't actually installed anything in it yet. It's just the case. Just like, it's not an unboxing, though. It came in a box, that I promise you. A cardboard box like so. It also came with plenty of end protection, so it didn't come all dented or anything like that. It was well packaged. It really was. 30 quid, you know. Cheap as chips. So, I've got an overhead camera, so we're going to have a look at it close up overhead. But first of all, let me just show you what it actually is. Now, it has got sides, but like I said, I've already took them off once. So we're going to go reverse. We're putting them back on again. So, in this case, you've got room here for an ATX motherboard, a full-size ATX, or yeah, a Midi or a Mini or whatever. So it's quite universal, all right? It's only a mid tower. It's not a tall thing. It's not like my thermal take case down there. Now it comes with a pre-installed 120 millimeter fan. You've also got room in the side panel as well for another fan unit. You've got your PCI outlets on the back here, and also for your video card as well. And room up the top here, obviously, you look up on the back, are you? Your PC, yeah, your power supply unit, your PSU. So it's not very heavy, but it doesn't feel rubbish. It really does. Not for the money, 30 quid. You know, I didn't expect a lot, to be honest. It's fairly rigid. It's not flex. It's not, the case itself doesn't flex or anything. I mean, it's fairly rigid actually. And this isn't a spot. This, by the way, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I just bought it because I needed one, and I thought I'd just make a video. You got your quick release arrangement here for your PCIs as well, for your covers, which is quite simple idea there. And also we've got on the back here, you've got room here, space here at the bottom here for a hard drive. Now you might not need that. You might be using solid state, an SSD on the actual motherboard, maybe PC. Yeah. And what else we got on there? On the front here, oh, you must forget the front, must we? The important part. You've got room for a CD drive, if that's your thing. But also on the top here, there are ports. We have a USB 3, and we've got two USB 2s, and then you've got your headphone jack and also a microphone jack. You've got a reset button, and then you've got your hard drive and the power indicators there as well. And power button. I'm quite happy that it's flush. So unlike my thermal take case, the buttons are proud and they stick out at the front. So when the grandchildren turn up, what they do is they accidentally knock it with the body and reset your computer while you're using it. It's not very helpful. So luckily that is flush. Anyway, we're going to go over to the overhead camera so you can have a proper look inside, and we're going to measure it. The case that is. Yeah, don't get any silly ideas. No. Okay, so here is the case under the overhead camera. And if you wonder what cameras I'm using an Anchorman for the face cam, but also a stream cam as the overhead cam. I was using a Elgato face cam, but it's so problematic with connection and freezing and stuff like that. I've moved away from that for the moment. So we have a tape measure. So how big is this case? So from front to back, the case is, including the I/O port, the PCI outlet on the back, it's 380 millimeters. Now when I say that, obviously that sticks out the back here. So that's 380 millimeters, about 15 inches. And the overall height, including the feet, it is 17 inches. Or 430 millimeters. Obviously you can't see because the actual camera's not focusing properly, but there you go. It's back there, all right? All right, and then the depth of the case is 180 millimeters, or around 7 1/8 inches. So it's sort of standard size, really, isn't it? It's nothing fancy. The room for the hard drive is there, and the width for that will be standard. Obviously, it is 100mm, about 4 inches. And then you've got all your usual cables you would expect on any case. Basically, what they make for the money, really. And you've got your risers. You've got all your risers all pre-installed. Plus, in the top packet here, you get some extra risers, and you get your motherboard mounting screws in your little clear bag at the back here. Like I say, I'm not putting it all apart yet, so I haven't got the rest of it yet. I'm still waiting for my memory. Yeah, not from my head, no, for this. You've got some little soft feet to go onto the feet on the bottom here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 of those. You also get some tie wraps, you know, to secure your cables and what have you. You get the manual, and what else you got in there? Oh, the usual bits and pieces. You got the little speaker plugged into your. Oh, you got the speaker as well plugged into your motherboard. Yes, it's all pretty much all there. It's quite good, really, isn't it? You've got a plug here, which I imagine you have to plug in with one of the power outlets from your PSU, your power supply unit, which will be mounted where my fingers are, just there. And we have this plug here, which is bring it a bit closer. I'm limited for space here, you probably imagine. And that's where it'll take the power for the RGB on the front. Now on the front here we have this little strip here. It's not much to speak of. It's like a little strip here, down there, and it comes up like so. And that is your RGB light. Is that vented? Yeah, that is. That's also vented. Has it got more space on the front for another fan? Yes, it has. You could, if you wanted to, install another 2 fans there if you want. 1, 2, or you could use that for a water cooler if that was your thing. But why would you be going to that expense when you're using a cheap case? You know, for me, it's just a case that's going to be stuck on the wall in a box, for which I will cover as much up as I possibly can in that box with cooker hood filler, sort of dust getting inside. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be amazing. This box will be inside another box. And I'm quite impressed so far. Now the sides, which I've already taken off because plug my microphone in. Anyway, so the sides they slide into place. You've got these little slots there and there. Right. Let's see them. Yeah, there you go. Little slots there. So look what I'm doing, and also looking at what the camera's doing as well at the same time. So that slides in like so, and on the back here you have. And they come with them little thumb screws, sort of plastic and metal thumb screws. I'm not that keen on. I prefer the all metal ones myself, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And when you consider the price of it, you know, where's the camera? What's there? And then we've got another one here. So put that one on there. There you go. Right, let's flip the other side on. Flip her over. Oh, that's what you gotta do. All right. Like I say, and there you get all your bits and pieces, so to speak, feet, tie wraps, and some screws and more risers. And the other side. It doesn't, you know, not be funny, but it feels quite nice for the money, actually. I'll bet it's honest. I think it feels like it's powder coated. I'm fairly certain it is actually powder coated. So on there like that. My little screw in the hole. You can't see my hand at the moment, but I'll try and improve that situation. There again, my hand's all beaten up. They often get beaten up, you see, or covered in glue, as you can probably see. That's PU glue, that is. Yeah. Alright, so there you go. So it's all back together again. So back onto the other camera. There we go. So here it is in all its beauty, or to say simplicity. Now, if we go back into the actual website for this particular PC case, it's not very heavy, but it's good enough. Right, so on and off. Get back in there, you. Alright, so this was purchased via C discount here in France, and it cost me $29.43. But also you can get it on Amazon in the UK. But unfortunately, it's currently out of stock in the UK. I've looked on a few sites, and it's out of stock. Now, I don't mean to say it's not going to come back into stock, but it's out of stock at the moment. Material, tempered glass. I think that's not correct. It's definitely not tempered glass. Alright, so also water cooling UK is also out of stock. And it's 2.6 kilos in weight. Ready? I suppose it is, yeah. It's a Subtent Midi Tower with elegant front. I call it quite a simple front, but it will do. Like I said, and on the Zalman site, as you see, it's a T8 Zalman ATX Midi Tower computer case. It's quite attractive. It's okay. I mean, it's not. Because what do you want? It's a flipping computer. What do you want out of it, really? Do you want, what do you want? What, PC tart out of it or something? I don't know. Are you a PC tart? Now, it's got a fan installed. It's got RGB lighting. Not much to speak of, but it's got it anyway. Top mount for PSU and installation. Powder coated. The finish is actually quite nice. It takes up to 295 VGA card, computer graphics card. And CPU cooler, 160mm maximum for the CPU. So that will be, as you see, as a cooling type pipe arrangement that goes on top of the CPU. All black plated steel chassis. T8 chassis is made of high strength steel and excellent high pressure and heat. Black plated chassis protects the case from corrosion and abrasion. It's black paint. it's just painted black. Or powder coated. It's quite a nice finish, actually, to be fair. And like I say, you've got all the usual sort of ports you'd expect in the top there. They say it's 5 gigabits per second on USB 3, but that's standard for USB 3, and you've got 2 USB 2s on top as well. Oh, look at that. It's all glitzy. It's all lovely. Right, okay. Effective cooling. Obviously, they would say that. Depends on your environment and how hot you're running it, and if you overclock on your machine, what have you. But for me, I'm just using it in my workshop. It doesn't have to be fat. I just need something to put all the guts into. In this case, a Tomahawk B350 motherboard that I've had several years, but I upgraded my main machine to an Ryzen 9, and didn't need it anymore. So I thought I'd put it in the workshop, which will be an upgrade from what I got in there. So CPU cooler, maximum height 160, 3.5 or 2.5 inch hard drive or SSD combos, VGA card maximum length 295, PSU maximum length 140, and SSDs 4 times 2.5. So as you say, there's loads of mounts for SSDs. I didn't even notice that. There you go. And maximum cooler pre-installed. You've got the fan here, and then you can attach another one there. As we look down, you've got 7 PCI slots and a slot guide. So yeah, it's not bad for the money. It's really not bad for the money. So we will see when I actually put this computer together. I put it in the workshop. But what is it? It's a box, isn't it? It's a metal box just to put your components in for your computer. So it doesn't really need to be that special, Okay, if you're a gamer and you really want to do the old overclocking and stuff like that. But for me, I just wanted to plug a few webcams in, and that's so I can do my live streaming in the workshop. That's all I need. Anyway, that's the Zalman T8 computer case. Yeah, and it's it's an ATX computer case, and it's sort of a mid tower, so it's not too tall. So there you go. Hope you found that of interest. And tell me what you think. Please leave in the comments down below. But also, if you got this case, I'd like to know if I'd like to know what your experience is with it. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, please beat the old like button, because it helps the channel, and it needs all the help it can get. So I'm gonna say toodaloo, like I am. So toodaloo.